All right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order.
Rachel.
Here.
Katie.
Here.
Sarah.
Here.
Doug.
Here.
Lori. Here. Gary.
Here.
Jeff.
Here. All right, if everyone will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for a moment of silence for armed services personnel. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Are there any items to be added or changed to the agenda?
Under the building updates, we're going to add preschool. Carla Hawkins is going to give an update today.
Okay,
Perfect.
perfect. We have correspondence and accommodations. We have a thank you letter to the Gaylord Community Schools, Karen Byer and Cindy Huff, for their support of the Women's Resource Center of Northern Michigan as a designer of the 2025 Women Can, Women Do luncheon. Thank you, Cindy. We have no recognitions and acknowledgements at this time. So we will move on to building updates. Central Office, Mr. Pearson.
Yeah, I can go first, and I'm sitting by Cindy just to make sure I get everything right here. So
Okay.
I can move up if you want me to next meeting.
You're fine right where you're at.
I'm here. So good first week of school. The big number we look at in the first week is enrollment. So 2,716 students, which is exactly where we were at this point in time last year. Pretty amazing. Had to double check it, it's the same. So declining enrollment across the state of Michigan, typically, that's a trend. I can't tell you that's the case right now at this point in time because I don't know other schools' enrollment, but generally that's been the trend with birth rates and with people moving out of the state. So certainly we expected that to be a little bit less than that. We do have 20 students that are pending for enrollment that could take that number up to 2736. So certainly well within what we have budgeted for. The other update that I have for you is an attachment, which looks like this from COP. And last year, I believe it was in April, maybe March or April, Jamie Huber, who was the ISD superintendent, came to you, and there was a survey that they were doing at that time, thinking about doing a CTE millage. And so that millage is actually going to be on the ballot November 4th. So on September 12th, they're going to start to push out information on exactly what that millage is. This gives you a little oversight on that millage. It covers up to, it's a floating millage that cannot go any higher than 1 mil. And so it's based upon, the formula is based upon the CTE programs. Number of CTE programs you have, we have 6 approved programs in Gaylord. 4 of those are presently active. So that's auto shop, what else? Health occupations, culinary arts, and business and applied technology are the 4 that we have that are presently operating. So what this millage will allow us to do is not only enhance those, but look at possibly adding additional programs. We're fortunate to be one of the 4 districts in the ISD that have CTE programs. There are 6 districts in the ISD that do not have that program. So exactly what it would mean money-wise depends upon the formula, but I can tell you the fact that we have 4 programs in the largest enrollment in the ISD, that we'll get our fair share of that knowledge. So that's, you'll see things come out, we'll put them on our Facebook page. You'll see the information go out ISD-wide. I can tell you, I looked at the survey results from April. So 1,200 people responded to that survey ISD-wide. 70% of those respondents said they would support a millage. But, you know, there's a lot more than 1,200 people in that category. But that's just out of the respondents. So as that comes out, if you have any questions, let me know. Are there any questions right now in regards to this millage?
If the millage doesn't pass, this won't affect our CTE programs we currently have.
Correct. Yeah, we're correct. We're fortunate to have those CTE programs. That's baked into our budget. We have some added cost dollars that cover those. This would be enhancement for those, Rachel, and possibly looking at other programs.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, Diane, you have the floor.
Hi, everybody. How are we today?
Good, thank you.
So some exciting things at South Maple over the summer. There was a couple of new technology pieces that have been installed at South Maple. One is each third grade classroom got a new interactive BenQ whiteboard that they are working with. A lot of them are still trying to figure out how it functions properly, but they're very excited to get to use this technology and how it will benefit our students. Another exciting thing happening at South Maple and at North Ohio is we've partnered with communities and schools that helps us meet students' needs outside of the classroom, not just within the classroom. We're heavily focusing on attendance this year, and those people are going to help us support that. And then one thing that staff was unanimously excited about was our keyless entries with our badges. Teachers can badge in and out of the building with ease and have more fluidity with student movement throughout the building. So that's been great, and that's where we're at with South Maple.
Can you tell us a little bit about this whiteboard? How do they interact with the
So it's all
student?
touch screen, so the teacher can display something in a student, let's say if we're learning math. A teacher can display the math problem on the board, a student can come up and maybe circle or highlight the pieces that are important, then another student can come up to the board and build a model for the whole class to see. And then they can erase it all and try it over again. They have a lot of other components, like they can do brain break activities on it that the students can select themselves. It makes it very digitally interactive throughout every lesson that they teach throughout the day. And then it's on this amazing track that technology and maintenance installed for us, so if the whiteboard isn't in use, they can slide it off to the side and use their regular whiteboards.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Celeste, you're next.
So following the trend, like Mrs. Parker talked about, I think probably throughout the year, you'll be hearing a lot of things that South Maple and North Ohio are working on together. So like Maple, we too are excited about our BenQ boards. We too have the community in schools, like Mrs. Parker shared. And we also, North Ohio staff and South Maple staff, partnered this summer and worked really, really hard. We initially started calling it the report card committee so that we could just examine and make sure that the things we were reporting to families were based on the standards that we're teaching, were in alignment with when we were doing assessments, particular things that we need to do through, the state timelines. But it became way more than a report card committee. These teams, Maple teachers and Ohio teachers, worked really hard together to not only revamp some language on the report card to make it more user-friendly for families, they also worked on rubrics so that we could really dig in and clarify the language that we were using. They worked on progress reports so that South Maple, for instance, first grade, their format is the same as North Ohio's first grade. So if you are a first grader in this district, the format that would go home with that information is the same, as opposed to different classrooms having different styles or reporting out different things. So the staff worked really hard to get those things together, and they're sharing it with their teammates, and so that was a very positive thing, I think, that came from work this summer with staff. And then just a really positive start to the year. I don't know if you're aware, but at the elementary level, at the K-3 level at least, we have 2 open houses. We welcome our kindergartners, and again, this is a North Ohio and South Maple thing. We welcome our kindergartners on a night that's just for kindergarten. The kindergarten teachers are there, and just kindergarten students and their families can come, so that there are not so many people around. They get to see the building, they get to see the space, it's a little bit more intimate. Tons and tons of smiles on that evening, and we also had a fantastic turnout for our first, second, and third graders, who also then came. Many families come, obviously both nights, with kids in grades K through 3, but lots and lots of positive things coming from those first 2 nights before school even really got rolling. Good start.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Carla?
Good evening. We are very excited to be teeing off a great year at GIS. It's our theme this year, so you might see people wearing golf outfits around and having a great time. We listened to our students last spring, and we asked a change that they would want, and their student voice was they wanted to eat with all of the grade together. So we kicked off the year with 200 to 230 students eating together and going on the playground together, and the kids are having a great time, and it worked. Much to my dismay, I would say. I was like, this is never gonna work, but they're so excited. So it just goes back to show how important student voice is, and kids are being respectful, responsible, and safe. We really are celebrating the positives this year. We're having assemblies that will celebrate that, our Crushing It kids, and really just focusing on those kids that follow expectations and then rewarding them and hoping that others will follow instead of focusing on the negative behaviors. So we're excited about that. And then we had a Golden Fork winner for the first week, the kids who were making the best choices in the cafeteria, and the fourth graders won that, so they're gonna get a little extra recess this week for being responsible in the cafeteria. And we're very excited about revamping our behavior expectations, practicing what those expectations are and not assuming that our kids know what they are. And so, and same with our families when we think about drop-off and really just outlining the expectations so they're clearly understood by all, and we're excited. We've gotten great feedback from that too, so.
Okay, thank you.
Great year.
Corey, you're up. Welcome to your first update.
All right, so I want to start by saying we had an extremely smooth start to our year. Especially as a new guy coming in, that's like a really exciting sign for how things are going to go. So I just want to highlight a couple things. The big thing is we kind of did an estimate, and we believe that over 50% of our students are involved either in sports or extracurriculars at our school, which I think is huge because it really creates a sense of connectedness to our building. And we really feel that inside the hallways where kids are, consistently repping their sports gear and they seem to be collaborating together, and there's a level of camaraderie that excites me as a new principal coming in. So our cross-country team participated in the Charlevoix Mud Run last Saturday, which I anticipate was extremely muddy considering how much rain we got. Football competes at Traverse City East on Wednesday, and volleyball has their first home game versus Alpena on Thursday. Another new thing we're bringing in, it's not new to our district, but new after a few years, we're bringing in robotics for middle school. In our initial meeting, I was shocked. We had approximately 20 kids and families interested in robotics, which was huge. And they announced what the game is going to be for this season last Saturday. So we're going to have a group of robotics students working on building a robot to solve that game and do all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited about that. We do have some new staff, one of which is here. So Wes Shockey is here. He's going to be our medical aide. He comes with experience in serving our country in the military, so thank you for your service. And he found his path to education and is pursuing a degree towards becoming a teacher, but he's working with us as a medical aide. And the great thing is I've watched him interact with students already, and the way he can connect with kids and his just his tone and the way that kids approach him, it just seems like a natural fit, so I feel really good about that. So yeah, that's our update for middle school.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Byram?
I'm comfortable with being last. Just want everybody to know that. How you doing? So, just a few things. Biggest is obviously the building changes. New carpet, very, very good, since some of the carpet was there when I was a sophomore at Gaylord High School, so the smell is much better. And then we're hoping to update those in the media center, and we're looking at options for our auditorium as well. So our hopes are is that we can make some changes there moving forward. The other big update is we're able to put televisions into our commons area. So we have one right above our athletic entrance exit where students will be able to see information. Hopefully we'll have some QR codes for them to be able to connect with some of our paperless stuff. We have found that if we put it on the wall, it's okay, but the minute you put it on a TV, kids are going to be more apt to it. It benefits the district as well because our large screen can also be used for our professional development. Our entire football team did a Zoom with their fundraising, so it's pretty cool to see a Zoom being done with over 85 football players in the commons and having that interaction. So those are kind of the cool things that kids are seeing. The other big thing is we went to a paperless form of schedule changes to try to streamline students' communication on getting that fixed. That is done very, very well. To give you an idea, we are down a counselor, but we were able to process 680 plus schedule changes in 2 days. So that's really a testament to our two counselors, but 680
schedule request changes is big, and I'm not counting the ones that were phone calls from parents and written reports. These were all the online communication between counselor and student, and they were able to adjust or fix roughly 50% of those requests. If we can fit it in the schedule and we can adjust the schedule and make it work for the students. So a lot of success there, getting more kids into those classes faster. This is probably our best start schedule-wise, master schedule-wise in quite a while. So it is very, very, very quick. The other big piece is this is our second year rolling out the Blue Devil Agreement, which is, speak up, work as a team, and be safe. We have found that students are already utilizing some of those things. It's a great third reference for our students in holding expectations, and just the feel of the school year. It's that unwritten one, it feels different. Our student body at our first home game, it just felt different. Just a different level of respect and positivity that, all of our students have been respectful, but just this year it just even has a different feel, something that we really can't measure. But where we can measure it is, and this is obviously just a weird story, but I was talking with a student helping with their locker, and I thought our bells were broken and off schedule because the start of our first hour was ringing and there wasn't a single student in the hallway at all, at all. So I just assumed that our clocks were broken. So that's a testament. We've got kids hustling to get where they're supposed to be, sense of urgency, so it's really good to see because of that transferable skill. So those are our three biggies today. So.
Thank you.
Good.
Carla?
Yeah, I'm really excited about our preschool program this year. Our building got a facelift. We got new coat of paint on all the walls in preschool. It's wonderful. It looks so fresh and nice. Also, our playground got a new facelift as well, thanks, of course, to Dave Parcell and his team. They've got new mulch, and we got, looks so nice, more sand, so now the kids can continue to dig and have lots of fun there. But this year we added another preschool classroom. Last year we had 4, and we added an additional classroom this year, and we are full to capacity and at the point of starting a waiting list, which is exciting. If we have enough students, we might even open up a 6th preschool classroom this year. Have a great team, awesome new teachers and new assistant teachers, and the kids are doing well. A few tears, last week, but overall doing really, really well. And some of the tears are from parents, of course, dropping off. But it's going great, and just excited about this new year.
Okay, thank you. All right, next up will be public input. Do we have any public input, Cindy?
No, we do not.
Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda. We have board minutes from September 2nd, a committee of a whole meeting minutes. Treasurer's report, we have general fund and athletic fund bills in the amount of $2.4 million. Cafeteria fund bills in the amount of $9,000. Sinking fund bills in the amount of $470,000, and prior period adjustments in the amount of 0. We have new hires for the certified teachers: Maisie James, Susan Steffel, Lisa Wallinga, and Josh Valance. And if any of those are here, we'll do some introductions in a minute. But that is the end of the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
Does anybody have any questions on that as of yet? Okay.
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes. And do we have any of our, no new hires in?
Not tonight.
All right, hopefully they're all in their classrooms and working and get everything ready, so. All right, we'll move on to new and unfinished business. City of Gaylord SRO's contract amendment number 1. So it is recommended the board approve the contract amendment number 1 between the Gaylord Community Schools and the City of Gaylord Police Department for the school resource officers as presented.
I will make a motion to approve the contract amendment 1 between the Gaylord Schools and the City of Gaylord Police Department for school resource officers.
I'll second.
Does anybody have a question on that? Again, that's just an extension of the contract that we already currently have in place to continue to have our officers in the building.
I do just have one random question that's really not important, but do the officers switch sites, or do they stay? Does the same officer always at the high school, and then the other officer, okay.
Okay.
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes. All right, we'll move on to preschool teacher. It is recommended the board approve the hiring of Erin Hoglin, preschool teacher as presented, Hoggard, excuse me. Preschool teacher as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve Erin Hoggard as the new preschool teacher.
I will second it.
Any questions on Erin? Okay,
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff? Motion carries 7-0.
reinstatement student 7.2024-2025. It is recommended the board approve the reinstatement of student 7.24-2024-2025 for the 25-26 school year as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the reinstatement of student 7 for the 25-26 school year.
I will second.
I'll add, there's not much we could talk about. This was done in closed session, but we met and have a plan for this student to successfully return to our school. So, okay.
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0.
All right. We'll move on to new staff introductions, and I believe we have none.
Well, one is here, and you were kind of introduced them already, but they do like to shake the new stuff.
Yes, please.
So what is his job
Start
though?
with Carrie and move on. Thank you.
So now this is not part of our athletic trainer. This is a little bit different.
He's a health aide at the middle school,
Okay.
supporting students with some medical needs.
Okay.
And doing a couple of other things as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, nice job.
Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, what's the event?
Let's go.
All right.
We'll take a Purdue.
We might have to take a shirt.
Did he go to, no, did you go to Purdue?
Yes.
Oh,
And Boise State.
love it. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, you're not perfect, but there's opportunity.
We had no public input before, so we should have none now, and. Motion to adjourn? Man,
Wow, that was fast.
man's gotta go.
Is there a second?
Second.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
All right, we're done. Thank you all for coming.